Hello, everyone. Today we're going to go over your vocabulary list for list number 2. So the first word we have here is belittle, which is a verb. It means to speak of someone or something as small or unimportant, or to speak of negatively. For example, the arrogant professor sometimes belittled his students. This next word is blasé, is how you pronounce it. It's an adjective meaning uninterested or unimpressed because of frequent exposure or excess. For example, Jillian's blasé attitude during the job interview convinced the manager to choose a different applicant. When you're just like, don't really care about something, that would be blasé. Concoct is a verb meaning to devise cleverly or to invent. Think about our story. Odysseus concocted a plan in order to get out of the cave. For example, the writer concocted a new dilemma for the hero to overcome each week. Decade, this should be one that's familiar to all of you. And this simply means 10 years. It's a noun. So, for example, over the course of a decade, a tiny seed grew into a large tree. Diverse is your next word. It's an adjective meaning differing from each other, many and distinctly unalike. For example, Adam has diverse tastes in music. He listens to everything from classical to hip hop. Next, we have enunciate, which is very similar to articulate, which we had previous week, which is a verb to speak articulately, to express clearly. So please enunciate your words so the rest of the class can understand you. So, for example, I think he broke my nose. He says enunciate. I think he broke my nose. Next word we have is hurtle, which is a verb, meaning to move with great speed and force, or to throw forcefully, or to hurl. For example, the runaway train hurtled down the tracks. Another example is Kyle hurtled the dog's toy to the back of the yard. Improvise is another verb, to do or make with no preparation, or to fashion using only immediately available materials. For example, Dylan forgot the lyrics while he was on stage, so he improvised the second half. Another example, the castaway improvised a raft out of barrels and rope. Next one is very similar to hurdle, but we have jostle, which is a verb, to bump, push, or shove. Mark jostled the frozen log until it broke free from the ground. Or the soccer players jostled each other as they were trying to kick the ball. Undermine is a verb, to weaken by wearing away the foundation or support. For example, the sailor undermined the mission by turning the crew against the captain. And that is our last word for this vocab list this week. You will not have a test this Friday, but the Friday after. And we'll talk about that in class. So that would be October 2nd will be your test. So October 2nd, which is a Friday, will be your test on this group of 10 words.